Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and we are here to see the premiere of Merfolk in Pioneer. Pioneer, the new breakout format in Magic the Gathering. So many new decks, but also still, as more things change, more things stay the same. If you want to see Merfolk in Pioneer on this channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering, and the MTG Mastermind. The MTG Mastermind is a group of competitive Magic players taking the game seriously. If you want to bounce ideas, card choices, deck techs off of them, you're going to want to join the MTG Mastermind. So we're gonna go over there are four main decks that I want to go over with for Pioneer. One being the first being Mono Blue Merfolk, but we're also going to go over Simic. We're also going to go over Mono Blue Devotion, and lastly, I also want to try Blue White Spirits. Not banned spirits. I think that might get a little clunky. Maybe it's possible, but I would prefer to choose Blue White. So anyway, we're going to start with Mono Blue Merfolk, which I've played a little bit in my downtime. I don't have a whole lot of time right now because of I have a lot of exams going on. But you know what? I'm taking a special break so I can get this out to all of you. I have played a little bit with this deck, so I have some idea of what the format is like. So far, it's not super hostile. It actually does feel a whole lot more like standard decks versus upgraded standard decks versus other standard decks. Although I have to admit that Aetherworks Marvel, the main decks to beat are like Aetherworks Marvel, Copycat, Black, some sort of like Golgari or Sultai rock-like deck. That would be like the new Jund right now. And Hardened Scales Affinity. Believe it or not, Steel Overseer, Walking Ballista, Hangerback Walker, they're all in this format. Including Metallic Mimic, so they've got a lot of goods. So those are the decks more or less to beat at the moment, before the format, rapidly adjusts. But it doesn't look like anything's too completely broken. No one's found like a super breakout deck. So, Mono Blue Merfolk. So we're going to go over... Let me go over all the card choices, and I'm going to tell you why you would want to play Mono Blue Merfolk. Well, okay, maybe we should just talk about why are we playing Merfolk over, say, Mono Blue Devotion. There's a lot of very similar card choices in here. What does Merfolk give you? We don't got Island Walk Lords. We don't. So what does Merfolk give us that Mono Blue Devotion doesn't? Okay, so the first thing that I want to say that it gives us is it gives us a lot of ways to get to our bomb cards, Master of Waves, Thassa, and Tempest Djinn, through Benthic Biomancer, looting towards them, Silvergill Adept, drawing into them, Smuggler's Copter, looting into them again, and that's about it. So we have more ways of getting to our most important cards in this sort of deck. Now, the next thing about the Merfolk deck over, say, Mono Blue Devotion, a lot of Mono Blue Devotion decks right now, or at least the lists that I've seen, are going really heavy on blue, and they're not even playing with Mutavault. And I think you desperately want, even if I play Mono Blue Devotion, I am definitely playing Mutavault in it, but Mutavault is less of a liability in this deck, because we've got colorless mana, colorless mana here, colorless. We can use the loot from here to use the colorless and Smuggler's Copter. And you do want Mutavault. Like, when your opponent plays Teferi Time Reveler, you're going to be super happy that you have a Mutavault on the board that can attack and kill it immediately, instead of just replaying something for the turn and your opponent untaps with a Teferi Time Reveler. There are sweepers in this format. There's Supreme Verdict. There are multiple sweepers in this format. You want the Mutavault for threat density and just a way of coming back after a sweeper effect. So another thing that you get from playing Merfolk is that you get an abundance of wizards that turns on Wizard's Retort. We get to play with Counterspell, alright? Blue, counter, target, spell. Not Quench or Censor or any of that other garbage. Counterspell. That's a big bonus to be playing in this format, especially since there are two huge combo decks, both Copycat and Aetherworks Marvel. So you want to have access to the Wizard's Retort. Very huge bonus. So in addition, so we have You know, I mean, this basically is more of a wizard's deck than a merfolk deck, but these are two very special wizards that push it into a merfolk deck. And of course, we've got Siren Stormtamer, which is also a wizard. So, anything else? So those are the main reasons why I want to be playing Benthic Biomancer and Silvergill Adept. Card advantage. So to grind out control and attrition based decks, also help us dig to the more bomb important cards, and take advantage of Wizard's Retort in ways that I think Mono Blue Devotion cannot. So next thing up, okay, so let's just go over the list. 24 lands with 4 Mutavaults. I don't want to go below 20 islands because I want to make Tempest Djinn as good as possible. Maybe we could go down to 19, but you know what? I would rather not be mana screwed with this deck. A lot of people say, well, how are we pushing through damage? We're either going to go wide with Master of Waves, we're going to go over the top of them with Tempest Djinn, or we can make things unblockable with Thassa. So we can make Silvergill Adept unblockable, Merfolk Trickster unblockable if necessary. A lot of stuff already has evasion. Siren Stormtamer has evasion, Smuggler's Copter has evasion and can be equipped with the things that can't attack. Brazen Borrower has evasion. So it's not that big of a liability to have these merfolk in the deck, because we can either make them unblockable or we just use them to equip Smuggler's Copter or just enable Devotion for Thassa or Master of Waves. Honestly, if I've got Thassa online, I'm usually just making her unblockable and then swinging in and attacking for victory. So we've got... so we've got Thassa, Master of Waves, Tempest Djinn as our routes to winning the game. Siren Stormtamer, really good card actually. Do you know what? This is so good that I think I should playtest this in modern Merfolk. So it gets in a steady amount of damage in the air because it has evasion, but the most important thing is it can counter anything that targets one of your creatures. Impressively, this thing is really good against Aetherworks Marvel, because when they activate Aetherworks Marvel and they find, say, Ulamog or Emrakul, the Promised End, it has a trigger that targets you, and you can use Siren Stormtamer to just counter the entire target. So Ulamog comes into play, tries to exile 2 things, counter it. And you know, okay, you have a 10/10 Ulamog, but I've already have a developed board state, and I'm about to beat you. And now you have no more energy on your Aetherworks Marvel anymore. Same thing with Emrakul, the Promised End. You know, my opponent is usually very close to dying by the time that they are activating Aetherworks Marvel. So they activate it, get Emrakul, the Promised End. It's still that trigger targets you. You can counter it with Siren Stormtamer and just attack back for victory. So that's some hidden advantage, and of course very good against burn. They try to burn you, you can counter it, so it's a counter spell on a stick, and it can help try to protect your more important creatures like Tempest Djinn and Master of Waves later on in the game. Smuggler's Copter, maybe there should be more copies of this, but as is, I'm just playing with 2, so it's not too clunky. I have not drawn it a whole lot. It's okay though when I have. Silvergill Adept, again, just grinds out decks. There's a lot of against all the control decks, and control is relatively popular, at least from what I've been seeing. There's nothing blocking it anyway, so you just attack through. You're up against an empty board, and just having something that grinds out your opponent is very good. Merfolk Trickster, it's very nice that you can apply pressure to the battlefield while holding up Wizard's Retort. Thassa, God of the Sea. This is the best card in the deck. Alright, I'm saying this, I'm going to say this again. This is the best card in the deck. I'm going to say it one more time. This is the best card in the deck. And I want to drill that into your heads very clearly, because a lot of people want to play less than 4. This is the best card in the deck. You want to draw this every single game. Even if you are flooding out on Thassa, even if you have 2 Thassas in hand, it doesn't matter, because as the game goes long, you will significantly reduce the chance of you drawing something you don't want. Even if you have 2 Thassas in your starting hand, you are way more guaranteed to just keep drawing gas for the rest of the game than if you weren't. Even if you do have extra Thassas in your hand, you can loot them away with Benthic Biomancer or Smuggler's Copter, so it's not the end of the world. Do not trim on this card. This is the reason I've won most of my games. It just grinds out every single opponent because I am posing a threat every single game, and of course it makes the creatures unblockable, makes herself unblockable, so she guarantees a steady amount of damage. They can't get rid of her, it's indestructible. So in my opinion, this is Nothing else competes with Thassa. Thassa is just hands down the best card. So we have Brazen Borrower, which can help bounce things. Yeah, tempo is good, and also the 3/1 body is good. Maybe I should have 4, but I don't know what I don't want yet. So until then, I'm playing with 2, but I'm open to playing with 4 of this card. I think it's really good. Wizard's Retort, we went over it. It's a counter spell. We have access to the counter spell in this deck. Tempest Djinn, just a fantastic like one threat. It's this one card bomb. If they can't deal with Tempest Djinn, then they're in a lot of trouble. There's a lot of decks that actually can't do anything about it. There's a lot of damage spells that only deal 3 damage, not 4. So Tempest Djinn actually dodges a bunch of removal. Not to mention, if you want to Fatal Push Tempest Djinn, it's way harder in this format because there's way less sack outlets. So Tempest Djinn is going to dodge Fatal Push way more often than not. So Tempest Djinn is very, very difficult to beat. And lastly, Master of Waves. I don't know how good this card is. It's the problem with Master of Waves is that well, first off, if the metagame currently is Copycat and Marvel, which are combo decks, you don't really want to be tapping out at 4 mana. That's a huge danger. But in addition to that, you don't want to. It's not. I don't know how strong it is against Hardened Scales Affinity because of Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista can just destroy this thing. But we'll get into the other strengths of it later. But there is a lot of red removal in the format, so that Master of Waves can beat that. Not to mention Burn is going to be a deck. Swiss Spear, Soulscar Mage are in the format, so there is going to be mono red decks, and Master of Waves is going to be an excellent stabilizer against those decks. 24 land. I don't want to go less. I don't want to trip up when trying to curve into my top end of my game. So for Ceremonious Rejection, I don't think I'm going to bring this in against Marvel, but maybe it's possible. But it's mainly for Hardened Scales Affinity. Just want to counter their important stuff, counter Ballista. Next thing, Sorcerer Spyglass. This actually is a very good card, and I think I'm going to bring it in against just tons of decks. You can bring it in, and I'm playing it over Pithing Needle because I actually do think it's valuable that you see your opponent's hand and name something when you know it's going to be good. I don't want Oko, Thief of Crowns, to ever enter the battlefield, period, and like activate once. I don't want Saheeli Rai to do the same. I don't want Aetherworks Marvel to do the same. But at the same time, I don't want to guess because I've played it. At the same time. Okay, so I've played against Aetherworks Marvel, and some are playing Saheeli Rai with the Felidar Guardian combo. Some of them are just playing Oko because why not? They're a Simic. They're not Simic. They're Teamer, but they're playing blue and green. So I want to be able to see their hand, and if they have 2 Okos in hand, fantastic, name Oko, and now you're down 2 cards. And I've been in this situation where I see my opponent's hand, I see 2 Planeswalkers, the same one, I just name it, and it's immediate 2 for 1. And I don't feel like it slows me down too much at all for costing 2 mana, because I don't feel like I'm trying to win the game immediately. I'm just trying to grind my opponent out to a point where I'm playing a patient game until I can land a big threat on the battlefield and then just carry it out from there. But it's really important to stabilize the game earlier. Some Spell Pierces for the control matchups, Aetherwork Marvel matchups. I don't know what's the correct number of these. Rapid Hybridization. I don't know how good this card is going to be. I was hoping it would be really, really good, but I found myself not really siding many in. I just found everything else in the deck was just a lot more important. Probably this is still good against Black-Green X. Deal with things like Kalidas, I don't know, some other big creature, and also blow up our own creature in response to removal so that we have at least a 3/3 body on the battlefield. Mistcaller here is just for the Coco decks. I could bring it in against the Marvel decks, but it's not great because they can like Marvel into Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, the Planeswalker, so Mistcaller can't prevent that. But it's in here for any Coco deck that I'm going to be up against. So I'm hoping between Sorcerer another thing about Sorcerer Spyglass, I really want to play this against Hardened Scales Affinity and just on turn 2 look at my opponent's hand. Oh, you have 2 Walking Ballistas, you have 2 Steel Overseers, alright, you have 2, I don't know, Hangerback Walkers, okay, I'm going to name those and turn them into garbage. So my Hardened Scales Affinity hate is like 4 Ceremonious Rejections and 4 Sorcerer Spyglasses. I'm not playing, so some cards I'm not playing with, what's it called, Leyline of Anticipation. I just don't have room, and I don't think it's that necessary. I've got a lot of flash creatures as it is. Merfolk Trickster, Brazen Borrower. I guess that's not a lot, but like it's something. I think I'm not. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the deck plays out. I don't need it to play at flash speed. All right, so with that, I'm 11-2 so far between leagues and like what's it called? Q matches. So I think the deck is pretty solid. I think it's a lot more playable than people give it credit for, and let's see how it does in today's league. We won the die roll, but the hand's unplayable. We'll mulligan. Hand is... Could be better, but we'll keep it. We'll keep this. I sort of want to keep all the islands to guarantee that we get a Tempest Djinn in play, but you know what? Let's just get rid of one island anyway. Either we draw into an island or we draw into a creature to activate and like cast Smuggler's Copter. I don't know if it's coming off, but I'm sick, so don't have the greatest. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're up against Burn. I think our hand is okay. If we can curve into the Tempest Djinn, that would be good. I think I'm gonna hold off on the Copter. I really want to interact with the Swift Spear. I'm gonna play Brazen. I'm gonna borrow the Swift Spear back to hand. Either they attack with it and I'll just take 1 damage, but if they get any prowess triggers on here, I'll bounce it. First strike haste. Whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, deals 3 damage to that player. Sure. Oh, I wish I could interact with this board. This is interesting. Ah, so they're playing around Trickster. Anyway, we'll Petty Theft this back to hand. Has first strike, very important to remember. And we'll just follow it up. We'll just play like a bunch of Tempest Djinns, and hopefully that'll be overwhelming to our opponent. Now I want to flood out on islands. We get Siren Stormtamer, which is also very good. Rampaging Ferocidon. Menace. Players can't gain life whenever another creature enters the battlefield. Deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Sure. Menace. So what? Can't remember what menace means. I think menace is I have to block it with 2 creatures. But probably no good way. Now I want islands. I want islands every turn. So I'll take a damage. I think I can attack for 3. I don't know. Can I attack for 3 or not? I could just sit back. Dude, I think I'm just gonna... Honestly, I think I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back for a little while until... Like, I don't even mind, like, trading this Rampaging Ferocidon with this Tempest Djinn and, another... And a burn spell. That would be a fine exchange for me. So what they're trying to do is deal 2 like do burn damage to one of these and then kill it off with first strike. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to double block this thing. So that will be a 2-for-1. If they want to do that burn spell in and creature, lightning strike, that's fine. So this is a 2-for-1. That's a plus in my book. Against any like mono red deck, you just 2-for-1 them, keep a high life total, can't go wrong there. So now we have Siren Stormtamer and Smuggler's Copter. We can... This is just sacrifice, so I can activate the Smuggler's Copter and block with it. I still have a Brazen Borrower here. Let's not forget that. Sure, deal damage. And the Wizard's Retort, it's a little expensive, unless I can keep this on the board, because this is not a wizard, but still, actual counterspell is better than no counterspell. Just trying to figure out, when do I want to turn the corner? When is a good time to turn the corner? I think I'm just going to pass. I think I'm going to pass again. I'm going to get more aggressive when I have more open mana for Wizard's Retort. Or maybe I'll get aggressive with Smuggler's Copter soon. So far, this Tempest Djinn is doing a really good job just holding off my opponent. Another Frostodon. Sure. I don't know if this waiting game favors them. Okay, let's just do this. We'll take 2 damage, but now I think I can start. I think I can start swinging. Yeah, let's start swinging. If they want to make an all-out attack, I don't think it's going to work out very well. Okay, that's fine. That can resolve. That's sort of good because now that's when an extra prowess trigger that the Swiftspear doesn't get. So, I mean, like, they're now in a position where, I mean, they got to start thinking about making a move. And if they don't want to make a move, then they're just going to lose. I'm at a virtual 10 because of the Ramanap runes. Got to keep that in mind. But my clock is getting pretty big, pretty fast. Here comes it all. Okay, so we will crew with the Siren Stormtamer. And I will just block the Frostodons. Get them off the board. Oh, can't do that. Forgot. That's fine. I'll admit I forgot about the menace. But my life, like I said, I played patiently. Keeping my life total super high. Get rid of the Biomancer because the Wizard's Retort's more important. No instant. What's this all about? Light up the stage. I would rather that did not resolve, but sure. They found a Chandra's Phoenix. Flying Haste. Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or by a red planeswalker you control, return from the graveyard to your hand. Okay. Deal damage to yourself. Okay, so I'm at a virtual 6. I'm just looking to see what to do with these things. I guess we can attack with the Djinns. What is this, 5? Okay, I'm at a virtual 6. This is 5. I can counter like one thing. It's not a big deal. Then we'll just make sure that a red spell doesn't hit us, and then we'll attack for the final 4, or hopefully final points of damage later. Okay. So here I could take 5, 6. Well, I can't take everything. I actually have to block something. But I can block this with this. I think that's my plan. Like, I'm pretty sure I've got this locked. Or I could even just block Chandra's Phoenix. Oh, this is 4. I could even block Chandra's Phoenix with the Siren Stormtamer. That should be winning. Because then I just have to hold up Wizard's Retort for anything. Yeah, let's just block this. Take 4, no big deal. They already played a land for the turn, so they can't activate Raminip Runes twice. We got the Wizard's Retort. And we will counter that. It would be lethal if I couldn't counter it, though. No, we had everything. Alright, so we're up against some sort of... not exactly burn, it's like more like mono-red aggro. Cards that we want. Maybe Rapid Hybridization. I don't have a lot of options here. Okay, what's bad? Like, honestly, the main deck is really good. Siren Stormtamer, a bomb. Master Waves, a bomb. Tempest Djinn, a bomb. Wizard's Retort, a bomb. Like, these are all really good cards. Everything in this deck is very good. I could take out, I guess, some Biomancers for Spell Pierce. Actually, Smuggler's Copter is not good. You do not want to be... like, it's bad on the draw. So we can put in a Spell Pierce. Rapid Hybridization is not bad. Because you, in response to the removal spell, you can blow up your creature. I think that's it. Thassa is also not very good in this matchup. Because it doesn't block. She doesn't block. After all that stuff, I'm saying, it's the best card in the deck! It's the best card in the deck! We're taking some out. Only because everything else is like, just... everything is incredibly good. Yeah, we can keep this. This is actually sort of a nice hand because we go turn 1 with Wizard into turn 2 hold up Wizard's Retort and Merfolk Trickster. Ooh, the old Bomat Courier. We will, at all costs, try to exchange our Biomancer with this thing. Probably they will try to kill our Biomancer. Probably they will try to kill the Biomancer. That Ash Zealot, though, is pretty tough. Master of Waves, really good draw if we can, like, curve out into lands. Here come the Swift Spear. I will gladly trade here. It's not even thought in my mind about it. Light up the stage. Sure. Another Bomat Courier and a Searing Blood. That's sort of nice because I don't have to play into that and they'll just lose it. I'm just going to hold up Merfolk Trickster. Oh no, what am I going to do? Yeah, you should attack first. So I'm not going to Trickster this Swift Spear. They could Searing Blood their own Swift Spear, and it would get the Prowess trigger first before anything else. That would be funny. Was that all? Alright, so we get our Trickster in play. Tap the Courier. Well... so, Searing Blood doesn't matter. I can't get rid of it, though. I'm a little bit off from doing anything here. I guess we're gonna pass. And we're just going to counter a few things for a few turns. If they try to target our Trickster, we're going to counter it. I just want to block this Bomat Courier. Ooh, that's pretty good. I will counter this anyway. Problem is, it's it's pretty poor use of our counterspell. But if we can top deck 2 more lands, that would be perfect. Just go Tempest Djinn into Master of Waves. Beautiful. Mwah! Mwah! The only thing that's going to stop us is not drawing things. Not drawing the things I want to draw. My opponent might be flabbergasted. Oh my god, they're counterspelling my Chandra's Phoenix. What the hell is up with that? What's up with that? So my initial thoughts on Frontier feels like a very fair. Yeah, I mean, it feels exactly between Modern and Standard. It really does. It feels like a more upgraded version of Standard. That's how I feel about this. There's a lot of standard-looking decks with just some upgrades, and everyone's just battling it out. My fear is that eventually this format's going to need something like Force of Negation, and it doesn't exist right now. Another fear I have is that there might not be enough hand disruption for any potential combo decks that might break out. There is enough graveyard hate, but I don't know if there's enough artifact hate. This format does have Rest in Peace, Grafdigger's Cage, Leyline of the Void. I mean, they're good on graveyard hate. They've got it all. But I don't know if this format has Stony Silence. I'm not sure about that. My opponent has lost connection to the game. I could quickly check to see if... I don't think Stony Silence is legal. I think it was just printed... I think it was reprinted in Master Sets. And it was from Innistrad, which did not make the cutoff. Oh, my opponent appears to be back. Would you like to suicide away your Swift Spear or your Courier? No free spells in this format. Except Mox Amber. But we can deal with that later. Alright. Start with this. You can Phoenix all day if you want to. Two Ramunap runes, so in theory my life total is at 13. That's interesting. So it's not so clear that my Genie gets to live. Or does it? Maybe I just do this. Then what, they're gonna Searing Blood my Genie? Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or by a red planeswalker you control, return this thing from your graveyard to your... Oh, it's to your hand, so it's not to play. Could this thing get burned twice? But it wouldn't matter. It just needs to be burned once in exchanges. Okay, let's just do this and see what happens. I mean, either my opponent is going to spend an insane amount of resources, or I'm going to blow my opponent out here. Searing Blood. On what? Okay, Trickster. Oh, so if they've got one more spell, Swift Spear lives. Okay. My math is bad. I screwed that up. I should just block this, I guess. It's not over yet. It's not great, though. You know, let's just play all the Siren Stormtamers. I mean, if they the only thing I would be afraid of is that they're going to use Searing Blood on one of them. If that happens, then that happens. It's just unlikely because they've already played, or sorry, they played one and they've exiled one. I will just take 3 damage and hope to rip our land for Master of Waves. And then hopefully just take over the game. What? Nope. Not a bad card, though. Not a bad card. We can start looting with Benthic Biomancer, so I'll pass the turn. I don't know, maybe I could get in the red zone with one of these Siren Stormtamers. But I am looking... Oh, another Chandra's Phoenix. Let's counter it. Looks pretty clunky. I'll take another 3 damage. But I'm now in danger. I need a land. This is not a land. Okay, maybe we should just start attacking. Wild Slash deals 2 damage to any target. We might as well protect ourselves, because we do need to. Our life total can't get too low. The Ramunap Runes will kill us. I mean, we're actually in danger of dying. To do here. So my plan so far is to petty theft the Chandra's Phoenix. Not the greatest plan, but it's going to be my plan. Earthshaker Kenra. Okay. Okay. Turns out attacking did not turn out very good for me after all. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. And eventually the Ramunap Runes will get me. Well, that's not actually true. The Siren Stormtamer can help. Okay, Petty Theft, cast, bounce the thing that will deal the most damage at the moment. Not sure what I'm hoping for out of my opponent, to be honest. Burn Spell is pretty bad here for me. They just have a bunch of 3-drops in their hand somehow. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. So now maybe we can stabilize the ground. We get 4. Yes. Okay, so let's attack. They don't have any insight. I tapped out, so they don't have a burn spell or anything like that. So here's the plan. I can let through at least 2 damage from that Phoenix. And then we have at least a Siren Stormtamer for at least 1 Ramunap Runes. And we also can flash in a Brazen Borrower for the Phoenix in the future. So here's the Phoenix. Okay, so they're just attacking for 2. Thinking, oh, this is going to be enough. I mean, it might. Okay, Bomat Courier. These things can block the Master of Waves pretty well. That was a good draw. 'Twas a good draw. I need 1, 2, 3... Technically, I only need 3 blockers. Because I can let 1 Bomat Courier get through. 1, 2, 3... So what does that mean? I need 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... Okay, we'll attack with Biomancer. Sort of attacking with as much as we can. Keep the pressure coming. All right. Well, like we need some way of winning the game here. Is like what's happening. Okay, we have another Siren Stormtamer. We can petty theft this other thing back to their hand. Actually, I could petty theft the Bomat Courier right now. No, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to petty theft the Bomat Courier. Because then I don't have any good way of dealing with the Chandra's Phoenix. Sure. Sure. It's a weird thing. Okay, so I can block 3 things on the ground. They might sack the Bomat Courier. Oh, they do want to be really sexy. They sacrifice this Bomat Courier and I make them dump their Chandra's Phoenix into the graveyard. That'd be hilarious. Alright, so 2 triggers. Okay, so I actually have to act before they do anything. Oh, that's interesting. They did that first. That is... They should have... I mean, I'm dead if I don't do anything. So in response to this, I'm going to bounce it back to their hand. And now they're going to discard it. Oh, no, they discard first. Okay, forget it. I didn't get them. I thought I got them. I didn't get them. Earthshaker Kenra. Sure. I would think you should save that for your next turn. Oh, that is quite good. Block, block, Trickster something, block. Alright, so let's get in for 4. And let's pass the turn. Because we can still sacrifice 2 things. Oh my god, there's 3 Ramanap runes now? Oh, I can't target this? Can't target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. Oh, it doesn't target me! It deals 2 damage to each opponent. So wasn't I just dead a long time ago? Alright, concede. I look silly. Each opponent. Okay, whatever. I feel very confident going into game 3, though. The only reason I had so much trouble in that game... Oh, should we have more stuff early? Maybe not. This should be fine. The only reason I had so much trouble in this game was because I couldn't curve out into my 4 lands for Master of Waves. Maybe I could have done a better block when I did with that Tempest Djinn. Because I couldn't kill the Swift Spear. So it was just a 1-for-1 for nothing. I would love to go first. This hand looks great. Actually, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's not the most beautiful. We're not guaranteed to curve into the Genie. Robin Williams. Or sorry, not Robin Williams. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Will Smith. And then going like Genie into Master of Waves should be like enough to win. It's just nothing they can do. I will trade here. I have no problem with that. Like, again, the key is just don't take any damage. Don't give them any resources. Don't give them anything. Give them nothing. Absolutely nothing. That was a good enough draw. I'll take it. Even if they Searing Blood that thing, I wouldn't mind, because that just means that they didn't put a creature on the battlefield. They seem pretty creature heavy. Like, they're very good. Look at the Ash Zealot. Oh, we get Will Smith in play. Beautiful, and then we're in position for Master of Waves the next turn. 24 lands, people. And this is what should have just happened in the first game. This is just what should have happened in the first game. So I'm not blocking the Ash Zealot. Because I'm going to bring on the hurt! Finally, a format where Master of Waves is king again. We'll attack for 4. So I expect Master of Waves to just wholly stabilize this board. They might kill the Benthic Biomancer before. Yeah, they might kill the Benthic Biomancer before we play Master of Waves. So I just was trying to put myself in a position to get damage in before I play Master of Waves, because they wouldn't want to give me that extra devotion. Da, 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 da. Okay, now they're playing Skullcrack, so I can't just block with Master of Waves, because then they just Skullcrack me, and then that's not good. No, they're not doing anything. Fine by me. What is the best attack? Probably with everything. But we'll attack for 5 for now. Leave a lot of tokens on defense for the Ash Zealot. What is this going to be? Wild slash me? Okay. The burn plan is online. It's a real plan. Thassa's online. And pass. And I am threatening lethal next turn, just with like... So they gotta get rid of the Genie, because Master of Waves will get in for unblockable damage. Same with Genie and Thassa. Yeah, alright, so very easy win. We just choked on lands in game 2, the only reason we lost. Alright, so that was round 1. Let's get into round 2. We won the die roll, and this hand is very keepable. No 1-drop, but that's okay. Format's not super fast, so... Having no 1-drop in hand doesn't feel as punishing as in Modern. There was a point where, oh my god, Modern, you have no 1-drop? My god, I feel like I'm dead. Not sure what I'm going to do on turn. Probably we're going to play Copter on turn 2. But we'll see. Temple Garden. Elves? I think it's elves? Well, I don't really have anything else to do. Could play Silvergill Adept, followed up with Wizard's Retort next turn, but nah. Might as well just play Silvergill Adept right now. Activate Copter. I don't even know what I'm up against yet. Loxodon Smiter. Alright, some sort of Bant aggro deck. Spell cannot be countered. You got it! I guess I'll just show more Silvergill Adepts. Well, I can't block the Smiter, so might as well not even try. We have another Copter in hand. I will probably just try to exchange that Copter for whatever new card I'm going to draw. Yeah. Well, Mutavault's fine. So more mana, more good. Bring on the mana. It looks like... Oh, our opponent took a ton of damage off of their land, so we're actually way ahead here. Next turn, I'm gonna... Oh, they're gonna play Collected Company now? I mean, they let us untap. I'm just gonna play Silvergill Adept. and hold up Wizard's Retort for the Collected Company. Yeah. That's a good card. That is so good. I think we're gonna hold on to that. I don't. Oh no, I can't. I actually can't cast that at the same time. So we'll. Looks like I can attack with the Silvergill Adept here. We're gonna make it look like we have a Trickster, not a Wizard's Retort. More card draw. See, we tap this one. I'll just get in for... Like, if they trade the Llanowar Elves with this Silvergill Adept, I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Like, I think I'm way ahead, and I would rather constrict them on their mana from actually casting anything else. But I have no idea what's in their deck. That's their advantage. I have no idea what's in their deck. But they might not be expecting Wizard's Retort from me because... Who would do that? Blue mana looks... that's okay, we have enough lands. We can dump a land. Smuggler's Copter, sailing over. Like I say, are going to make the block. Fine with that. And pass. Here comes the Collected Company. Well, finally we have some deck I can bring my Mistcallers in. That is not what they expected. And mind you, I've got this Trickster and this Master of Waves coming up. What else would be in this deck? Is this like just banned good stuff? So like Spell Queller and crap like that in here? There's Llanowar Elves. I knew it! You're gonna be constricted on mana. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Alrighty then. Sure. This is a little bit more complicated. I guess we're going to play Thassa, and we just threaten to win the game by next turn. Can't tap Thassa when Thassa's in play. That won't work. There might be an alternate line where I activate the Silvergill. I activate Mutavault, attack with... like I play another Mutavault and... activate it to crew the Smuggler's Copter, and we attack for 7 here, and then I have Smuggler's Copter threatening victory, but we're not going to go for that line. Oh my god, another Trickster? I think I'm just going to dump Master of Waves. Oh, I screwed that up. I needed to put the Mutavault in play. That's okay. Hopefully all roads lead to Rome. Hopefully, all roads lead to Rome. And they know I've got the Trickster in hand. They know. They know. I know. Voice of Resurgence. I have not seen you in a long time, my old friend. I have not seen you in a very, very long time. You're not even the best elk around here anymore. Getting completely outstayed. What is this, elk tribal? There's got to be Oko in here. There's got to be Oko. Oh, Jace is going to activate, but there's like nothing close to... You have Thalia? What are you showing me all this stuff for? Just showing me all your stuff. Just showing me because. So last I heard, there is no 1 mana white removal spell. Or maybe there's Condemn? No, I don't even... No, that's not even legal. I don't think I need this. Siren Stormtamer. So is that just good insurance? Oh no, it's not insurance. It doesn't work. Okay, it looks like my opponent's resigning. That was ugly. That was ugly for our opponent. Okay, Miss Caller. Your time has come. Rapid hybridization might not be too bad. Sorcerer Spyglass, like I can't help but feel like this is a Teferi and Oko deck. Let's put in 2 in here anyway. Like, we can name at the very least Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. We're gonna hedge. We're gonna hedge. Take out some Biomancers. Thassa's gonna be great. Wizard's Retort might be awkward. We'll shave a few of those. Okay, just go with this. Retort can be awkward because they can play at instant speed, like with Collected Company, and also Smiter is uncounterable. I just can't counter it. It's been a while since I saw a turn 2 Smiter. Do you know what? It wasn't even that good in Standard at the time. It looked good. It looked good, but the decks were just too powerful at the time. Mono Blue Devotion, Mono Black Devotion, Blue Eye Control. It looks like it should be well positioned. Just wasn't enough. Our opponent's mulligan to 5, so it's a huge bonus to us. It looks like we can just very easily curve out in this with this hand. I'm going to start with Stormtamer because it has evasion. Yeah, just has evasion. I'll just attack for 1 every single turn. And we'll hold up Trickster next turn. Oh, that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be. This deck also is not too bad at beating Oko. You have enough unblockable stuff. Master of Waves is not good, though. Okay, show us something. That card is rubbish. We went over this. Too bad we have to use the Trickster like this. I would rather take them away from one attack, but whatever. So Oko next turn would be pretty good. Turn our Genie into an elk. Not bad. Not bad. Give us the elk army. So next turn I'm probably just going to play a Genie and hold up 1 blue with the Siren Stormtamer. Deputy of Detention. Did we bring in rapid hybridization? Did we? I don't remember. I don't think so. If I knew about this guy, I would. Yeah, we got hit for 4. That's legit. Ho ho! It's Thassa. I think I'd rather just have... I think I get the Genie out because it definitely can block this turn. Then we can play Thassa next time. I might not want to block the Smiter. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Actually, yeah, I probably won't block the Smiter. I'll just let it through and we'll just attack for like 5 in the air and then use Thassa on the ground to block. Collected Company. Go for it. Reflector Mage. I will counter that. Whatever you want to bounce, I'm going to counter it. Unless you have 2 Reflector Mages, then I might be in trouble. So I see what the opponent's trying to do with this deck. It seems to be a thing of like good value tempo creatures, Like, all the best creatures. Night of Autumn gets bigger. Attack for 4. If we draw an island, I will definitely attack with this genie. Or we could just hope that they have no other ways of targeting our creatures. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to let this through still. There's no point in blocking. I can attack for 4. Yeah, we can just try to go for the win here. I'll attack for 4, and then I'll play I'll play Thassa and a Benthic Biomancer. And if they remove it somehow, then we can play Master. We'll play Master of Waves, likely stabilize the board for a little while. So the point is, this will roadblock something. And next turn, we can give Thassa and Trickster unblockability and attack for 11. I did the math. I did the math. I guess I'm in trouble if they get rid of the genie. Then Thassa can't block anymore. I have to take... Can I take a lethal swing? They don't have lethal on the board. So I don't have to block with anything. I can play Master of Waves. Get Thassa back online, get a bunch of elementals. So they need some good top decks here. And I'm certain their deck has them. I mean, they're probably playing with, like, maximum Reflector Mages, maximum Deputive Detentions. They're probably playing with, what's it called, Teferi, but they didn't have it. They didn't have it! But Mono Blue Merfolk had it! Alright, so that was round 2. Let's go into round 3. Look, the power of Thassa. Thassa again, the power of Thassa. So we're running really well with the die rolls. I won it again. Nice for a debut with Mono Blue Merfolk. So I can't play Silvergill Adept next turn, as is, but we can play Wizard's Retort, and that is at least worth something. Swift Spear. Another mono red deck, which is not bad. Just not bad. It's fine. And we're flooding out on Thassa, which is also not bad. Not necessarily bad. Oh, good. They can deal some damage to themselves. Wizards Retort this. Absolutely. You only have 8 prowess creatures in this deck. Modern has way more than 8. But still, somehow they always seem to find the prowess creatures. Sure. Okay, one of 2 things are going to happen. We draw a Merfolk, or we draw a land. That is neither. Again, the only way we're going to lose against any red deck is if we just can't curve out. If I had the option, though, I think I would start off with the Genie. Again, just try to get a 2-for-1 going with the Swift Spear. I think that would be best. Sure, it's okay. All things considered, I like... Oh, Lava Master. Lava Runner. Well, that's not too bad. That's easy to block with Silvergill Adept. Things are getting more difficult. They got a Lightning Strike and a Mountain. Nice. Nice. Okay, we got Master of Waves. Let me draw my lands. I have 24 for a reason. There should be no reason I am choked on lands in this deck. Even if I draw a Mutavault, I would be happy with that. I would be okay. I would be okay with the Mutavault. See, we take 4 here, maybe more. Now it's looking grim. I'll admit, this is now this is looking grim. I cannot go this long without drawing, without curving out against a red deck. Yeah, now it's like they can just go all in against me. It's not a big deal. I need their last card to be nothing. Like, literally not. I don't even know what I want it to be. Oh, that might be nothing. Skewer the critics. Me. Oh, no, I'm dead. Alright. Go on to game 2. Again, super confident in this matchup. Very, very good matchup. They need things to go super wrong for me in order for things to go... Like, in order for them to win. Bring in all the spell pierces, I guess. I think a rapid hybridization is okay. Maybe 2 is okay. I don't know, I'm on the place. This isn't too... maybe they've got the Vioshino thing, so... So the point of rapid hybridization is just to target my own creature in response to one of their burn spells, whether it costs 2 or 3 mana, especially Searing Blood. Yeah, this might show the clunkiness of Silvergill Adept in this deck. This end might not be good. Like, it looks good. It looks like it has a lot of good stuff here. Okay, we're gonna keep it. Convince myself. I convinced myself because we can return something to their hand with Brazen Borrower on our turn, on our second turn. That's what we could do. And then hopefully we draw, like, I don't know, land and creature by turn 3, and then play Silvergill Adept following it up with like Spell Pierce and rapid hybridization. Soul Scar Mage. I will bounce you. I will bounce you. Might bounce you at end of turn. Like, they're in such an awkward position with Soul Scar Mage. They can play their stuff at sorcery speed, but then get no prowess triggers. Or they can attack without anything. Like, okay, so we're going to let you attack. They're going to play, like, I don't know what they're going to play. They don't have to play any. If they don't play anything, I'll just take 1 damage and bounce it. I'm fine with that. But if they say, let's say they play Lightning Strike here. Then I bounce the Soul Scar Mage. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. So now I'm hoping to draw Merfolk. That'd be perfect. I don't draw the Merfolk. But I do draw the thing that can help us draw the Merfolk. So our opponent has a little bit of room to do whatever they want this turn. Which is okay. By the way, all these things are like prowess triggers they're not going to get from their Soul Scar Mage. Again, Thassa not the greatest card in this matchup because it can't block very well, which is the problem. I most certainly would like to block this Grim Lava Runner. I drew all of the things that I sided out. I sided out a Borrower. I sided out a Thassa. Okay, so let's look for a Merfolk. That is not a Merfolk. Yeah, it's just not a Merfolk. We're going to put it at the bottom. That is a Merfolk. And that's a great draw. Alright, so we're going to pass. And pending what they do, we can counter it. Rapid hybridization or Silvergill Adept. It's all good. It's all good. And then later we get the Siren Stormtamer down. That's like a hard counterspell for the rest of the game. That is worth rapid hybridizing because there's no longer a target. And I don't take any damage. You have a second Searing Blood? That's okay. I will take a decent chunk of damage this turn, but whatever. So that was a good draw. Either you got the land or the Searing Blood. Now from here on out, I just want to draw lands. Particularly, ooh, no, I can't. I don't. I can't cast you anyway. So we play the Siren Stormtamer. Spell Pierce has lost a lot of value. Because Thassa eventually is going to get online and just can block Soulscar Mage for, I guess, not forever. Spell Pierce is about to get a lot worse. I think they know about the Trickster. Okay, I'm just gonna let them attack. I was thinking about oh, is that what they're gonna do? All right, so I can Trickster and eat up their Grim Lava Runner very easily, basically for free, because it's gonna lose all abilities. Perhaps this is to. Oh no, it wasn't to activate anything. Okay, we take our turn. I think I still want mana. Or do I want this? Sure, we'll have this because it can exchange. It can replace the Spell Pierce in this hand. Let's just get super aggressive, shall we? Why not? Why the hell not? Counter this with Wizard's Retort. Oh, they just had a land. Okay. Okay then. I think we just... Okay, hold on. This how much is damage? It's quite a bit of damage. I think we just put this on the bottom. I think we just adapt this. Okay, then. Trying to think, how do we lose? We can counter anything with this. This is 9-10. Okay, so we're just gonna make Thassa unblockable. And we just hold up Siren Stormtamer. This should be a game. So I don't want to attack with everything because they don't die. And then let's say, I don't know, they draw, what's it called? Light up the stage, prowess trigger. Oh, I guess I could Spell Pierce that, but the idea was like light up the stage. No, they could do that. Light up the stage, trigger, Spell Pierce. They pay the 2. They rip like Grim Lava Runner and a Mountain, play Grim Lava Runner, and then attack for 4 and I die. So I gotta leave up at least one blocker. I don't know how much I like this card. I don't know what else. There's like nothing else to bring in. This hand is not worth mulliganing. The problem with this hand is it doesn't have any particular powerful card in it. Soulscar Mage. Will you Searing Blood my Benthic Biomancer? Nope. Oh god. Screw you! Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm most certainly gonna lose. Whoa, ooh, Genie might help. Genie might help. Well, okay, I'm not blocking with Benthic Biomancer, so... This is so sad. It's close to a nut draw. That is close to the nuts. And with Soulscar Mage on the board, it's going to make it really hard for me to get some good value out of this Genie. Oh, here's the Searing Blood. This is their perfect rollout. On the play... Sure. What, the other thing's going to die? Well, that's not too bad. That was a waste. That was a waste. In my opinion. How are you going to get through this? If we get to untap and have Wizard's Retort up, that's going to be great. You get to draw a card. Alright, that's a pretty good card. Crash Through is good top deck. Good top deck. Attack. Come on, attack. I definitely have to block, because I cannot afford to not block. Hopefully no burn spell. No burn spell. I live! Another Soulscar Mage. Great. I'm gonna die. Well, here's the good news. I can play out my hand. But can I call this stabilization? I don't know. Ugh, don't have an instant. Alright, they have nothing. They've got nothing. I predict nothing. And therefore I'm going to activate this Benthic Biomancer. Or do you have Searing... No, you can't have anything. Yeah, you can't have anything, because you should have attacked. You have Searing Blood here. That's outrageous. Oh, you have Wild Slash. Oh, you're hitting me. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Because now Ramanap Runes wins the game for my opponent. How to turn the corner. How to turn the corner. And I do need to turn this corner. Okay, let's attack with Siren Stormtamer. It's the only thing I can attack with. I can counter anything that's drawn. Actually, everything is bad. Like, now my opponent can, like... Okay, if they draw, like, one spell, they can just go all in with the creatures. And the prowess will kill me. They still don't. You know what I need? I need a Master of Waves. That's what I need. That's what you're for, Benthic Biomass. You're supposed to find the Master of Waves. Okay, I need to win this game somehow. My life is too low! Pass the turn again. Now I don't think I can attack. Ah, they found the Ramanap runes. So now I'm one land away from dying? That's what's happening here? It's an interesting attack. I guess I just have to use this. I think there's a route to winning for me. It requires my opponent to, like, I don't know, draw something else than with, whoops, okay, hold on, I want to get rid of this Soul Scar Mage. I have to block this. So they're going to be left with one creature on the battlefield. I can attack for... it's dicey. It's not good. It's not good. Wish it was better. That could be one of my best draws. I think I can still only attack... How much can I attack for? Technically still this much. What do I need? I need my opponent to keep drawing creatures or something. Master of Waves? No, not Master of Waves. Pass. So bad. Come on, Soulscar Mage. Nope, that's enough. Alright, I die. That's a bit annoying. I think this is a very good matchup. Not sure what went... Oh yeah, this game went wrong because our opponent had 3 prowess creatures by turn 2. That's what happened. They had... And a Searing Blood. So, I mean, they can have those draws, but that's very unlikely. But anyway, that was round 3. I do think this is a very good matchup. We had... If we drew like one more Genie or one Master of Waves, that probably would have been enough. But anyway, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. I keep winning the die roll. The die roll gods have blessed me! And the hand is great. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, something else. It's all good. Hey, if you're excited for Mono Blue Merfolk, don't forget to give the thumbs up in this video. This is an exciting. This is exciting. You can play Merfolk in Frontier. You absolutely can play Mono Blue Merfolk in Frontier. Don't let people say you can't play Merfolk. Don't let them say that. That's a load of garbage. Our opponent has mulliganed. Yeah, you absolutely can play Merfolk. Merfolk is super playable. So far from what I've seen. And if like red decks are going to take over the format, that's good. That's good for Merfolk. That is great. More red decks. Bring on all the red decks. Our opponent is mulligan to 4. Are we up against Dredge? Dredge in Pioneer? So I don't know what our opponent is on, but I just intend on steamrolling them. Steamrolling. My brother's not here today. Looks like there's no cats around at the moment either. Patiently waiting for my opponent to give me my turn. I think it's stuck on your upkeep. Well, they figured it out. I hope everyone's seeing the power of Siren Stormtamer. Maybe this should be played in Modern. In the mono blue Merfolk deck over, say, Benthic Biomancer. What is this? You reveal a Forest or Plains card. Okay. So depending what our opponent does, I mean, I'm most of the time just gonna play Thassa next turn. Aha! But see, that's a good. This might be a good spot to not play the Thassa, because I want to slow my opponent down. I don't think I want this Silvergill Adept, to be honest. I don't think that Silvergill Adept matters. So my plan is go Merfolk. So this has evolved, so it gets bigger and bigger as like larger creatures enter the battlefield. So my plan is Trickster 1, then next turn play Master of Waves. Looks like it's some sort of green-white aggro deck. Fleece Main Lion. As long as it's monstrous, it's indestructible. Indeed it is. Okay, so Experiment 1 gets to evolve. Remember, if it has 2 counters on it, they can regenerate it by removing 2 counters. Interesting, interesting. You know what? I'm going to take it. Sure. I'll take it. Want more of an impact with my Master of Waves next turn. So I need the Devotion. And I'm not going to block with Master of Waves, so we'll use Master of Waves to crew. Attack for 4 in the air. Everything's going as planned. I'm gonna get rid of this. Getting rid of the Silvergill Adept for just the mana. So more mana means like more ways of getting unblockable damage with Thassa. And like I have no idea what they're gonna do about this Master of Waves. Like Oblivion Ring? Nope, that's not gonna do it. Soldier of the Pantheon. Protection from multicolored, absolutely. Oh. Look at the Centaur. We've got some Centaur action here. So our opponent is doing their thing. I can see what they're going to do. They could most certainly beat us. Like, this rollout is pretty good. Our rollout is just amazing. Can you beat the board? Does everything have first strike? I'm applying for... So you can block 3 things on the ground. So it's 2, 4, 6. Oh, you have to block this. So 1, 2, 3. This is 8, 11. It's more than enough. I don't have to block anything. I don't have to block anything. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Things to do, places to see. So I can play Thassa and crew the copter with her. And attack with everything. Crew 1. Thassa is 1. At least 1. Attack for lethal. Sure. Get rid of this. Pachoo, 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 pachoo. We're not shooting anything. We are flying. Given our opponent has like a bunch of stops at like just random places, I just assume that like they're sort of new to the client. They just heard Pioneer's a thing. This is so cool. Screw MTG Arena. We're going to Magic the Gathering Online. So what do I want here? Spell Pierce to hit the Centaur thing? Maybe. Honestly, all these cards look really poopy. I might not want anything. I'm thinking about rapid hybridization, just in case they have like a really big creature I can't deal with, or I can destroy my own creature. Do it. Forget it. Let's just run it back. Let's run it back. Oh, do you know what? If I have time, let's bring in the Mist Callers just in case they have Collected Company. That seems like a reasonable thing that they could have in their deck. Like, Siren Stormtamer doesn't look like the most impressive card. We'll see what kind of removal they have. If they have some real removal, okay. Okay. Like if they have, I don't know. I know Oblivion Ring doesn't sound like real removal, but I mean that's something. Or Declaration in Stone. Man, I don't even know what all the good removal is in this format because it's all crap. All I know is the Golgari removal. Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay, Fatal Push, Murderous Cut. Eh. This hand looks fine. A little dicey on the draw. A little dicey. But maybe we can bounce a token with Brazen Borrower, or at least reset a creature that has Evolve. Certainly Tempest Djinn is going to be good. Will Smith. Nice to see you back, Will Smith. Back in duty. Keep doing all that work you do on YouTube. You're doing a good job there. Doing a good job. Oops. So my initial impression with the mono blue Merfolk deck, I think it's great. I'm not going to deny though that maybe mono blue Devotion could be better, but I think, like I said in the deck tech, I think there's a lot of advantages to going to the Merfolk route. And even though we saw Silvergill Adept was sometimes clunky, it's still good. Still draws a card. Still a threat. You still got to kill it. I'm gonna block your Lava Runner. Put his mulligan again to 5. So this is just gonna be an easy victory, probably. Especially if you got that Call of the Conclave card. Boing! Oh, don't even have anything to do on turn 1. Oh, I do. Call the Conclave. Do it. Call the Conclave. Oh, it's just a lion. I guess I'll play Copter. It can block the lion. And I will block the lion if I get the option. But, like, bouncing something with Brazen Borrower is equally as good. Look at that lion. That is a brave lion. Got his bravery from the Wizard of Oz. Guess I'll dump a Borrower. Oh, nothing? Oh, that's not good news for the Selesnya deck. That is not good news. Will Smith and his stunt double are about to arrive. Obviously, our opponent top decked that thing. Do I even care about the stunt double? Who cares about the stunt double? Because the Master has arrived. My God, this is this was the time of Master of Waves. This was the era of Master of Waves. You play this damn thing, this crap happens, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. What am I doing with my life? Why did I play this deck when they have this Master of Waves deck? Oh, I had lethal. Whoops. Okay, let's play another genie. Will Smith. The stunt double is here. To join the Master. Okay, our opponent conceded. Excellent. Well, our opponent got unlucky, but I do believe that this is probably a good matchup for us. Like, once we get like a genie out on turn 3, it's going to roadblock a ton of their creatures. Very hard to deal with. So, that was match 4. Let's move on to match 5. We lost the die roll. I'm going to keep this, because I can play Siren Stormtamer on turn 1, Siren Stormtamer on turn 2, and then hopefully, even if we draw Mutavault, and get Thassa in play by turn 3. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Goblins. Some sort of reddish deck. I will block you. I will block you, I'm just telling you. I will block you. These are just more matchups where Thassa sucks. Pachoo! Goodbye, Siren Stormtamer. Well, that complicates things. I guess I'll just hold up Merfolk Trickster. I guess this means they have removal for my Trickster, so we'll just tap it now. I would love to, like, eat it in combat, but pretty sure there's removal. Holy cow! Moly! Holy moly! Oh! Well, we have some answers. Okay, we do have Mutavault, we have Smuggler's Copter, so it's not the end of the world. I think I'm just going to play super defensive. I'm not even going to play the Thassa out yet. Is this a goblin? 1 damage to any target. Great goblins. Look at all them goblins. The Gobos. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 in play. Okay. Whatever you want to do, go for it. Alright, Smuggler's Copter is gonna keep eye on you. Make sure you don't BS around. That's a pretty good draw. Okay, now I will play Thassa. I'm still on defense. And soon we're going to be in... I'm going to start looking for some blue mana, but we're going to be in good shape, I think. Uh-oh. I guess crew with this. Block and block. Trigger. What the hell's this? Flash. Cost 1 of the last cast for each attacking creature. Enters the battlefield, attached to target creature. Has double strike and trample. Ouch. I do believe I'm going to die. Well, that's a combo. I would love to draw a card. I would love to discard this counter spell. Well, looks like I'm going to die. It's a very unusual range of matchups that we got. Let's see, what can we do with this? Put it on the bottom. I need a land. Nope, that is not it. Because I need a way to like trickster down a creature so that this thing only gets like 4, becomes a 4/4. And I can sort of soak up some damage with the Mutavault. No, we're just gonna die. Maybe I should make my opponent play it out. Cancel. Okay, yeah, we'll just pass. Nothing matters. Costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature. This card is hilarious. I cannot beat any of this. Okay. Next game. This would probably not be a good matchup even for Mono Blue Merfolk. Oh, sorry, Mono Blue Devotion. So what do we want here? We want... I guess Rapid Hybridization can blow up one of our own creatures and then block the Pile Driver. That's pretty good on them that they had this Pile Driver Embercleave hand against us. But I guess that's a combo that they would prefer to have against any deck. I want to get rid of... Again, Thassa is... Thassa is very good in this format as far as I'm concerned, but like we got all the wrong matchups for Thassa. I've never seen goblins before. This was the first time I've ever seen goblins. There actually might be some sense to have some miscallers. Just to be able to block an early creature. Just submit it like this on the play. Maybe on the draw we'll have miscaller. Sweet. I like it. Good curve. Good curve. Good curve. But they most certainly have all the tools. They're most definitely playing with Legion Loyalist, which means I can't block with my tokens. There it is. Has Battalion if they attack with 3 or more creatures. Does it have first strike by itself? No. Okay, I'll block. Easy. Easy block. Because I can't beat that card later on in the game. Sure. How bad could this be? Whatever. Just pass. Let's play safe. I don't want to play too safe against a goblin deck, but I'll try to play a little bit safe. Can't Embercleave me this time. That's interesting. Attacks each turn if able. Just block this, because it seems like the only thing I can't beat. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep that island. We have more answers. 2 pile driver. And hopefully this army is going to be enough to either stabilize or kill our opponent anyway. Well, now the Embercleave can come out. Oh! Now I can't block anything. Chain Whirler. Oh! Chain Whirler. Very good. But I can block the Loyalist. Or do I want to? First strike trample? Yeah, I don't want to. Block this thing first. Well, they got all the... Look at that. They got a lot of answers. Chain Whirler is going to be good against Master of Waves. Without a doubt. Well, this is a bit awkward, because I do have this Wizard's Retort. And I do want to play it. It does cost 2 mana with Master of Waves, but if I play the Genie, then I don't have the mana anymore. This thing attacks every turn if able. First strike, so I can't use this very well. Okay, let's attack for 4, and we'll hold up Wizard's Retort this turn. That's what we'll do. I'll counter something. I'll probably take 3 damage from this. Sure. Ugh, this is a lot of damage. Well, it doesn't have trample or anything. Yet. Unless they've got the Embercleave. But we'll see. So I will try to block this thing. Block this thing. Take 6. No, I got it. I played safe. I played patiently. It paid off. Yeah, I can just attack for 5, leave everything on the ground to block. Leave nothing to risk. I think I can still die to an Embercleave, but whatever. Opponent resigned. So we go now 1 more. So now on the draw, I might want Mistcaller, so I can just block some, like, you know, Legion Loyalist very early on in the game. What else? What do I want to get rid of on the draw? I don't really want to get rid of Smuggler's Copter because... So that's actually another thing. Okay, let's get rid of Rapid Hybridization on the draw. So we give our chances of playing like Mistcaller into Smuggler's Copter or even Mistcaller block. I think that's what we want to do. Brazen Borrower is not too bad, I guess. You can bounce Embercleave, you can bounce a token. So maybe we didn't see matchups of like, you know, like the hot stuff happening right now. Our opponent mulliganed, we're going to mulligan. I guess we're going to keep. I think I'm going to dump the Silvergill Adept. I think we're just going to go turn 1 Stormtamer. Into Wizard's Retort if we can. Ah, jeez, that thing. There's a lot of goblins that are very problematic, so not unusual. Oh, we got Silvergill Adept. Silvergill Adept is back. They did nothing. That's very unusual. Well, I think I'll just pass the turn. I guess their hand is full of 3-drops. Like Chain Whirler and stuff. They're just looking for a good way to, like, kill this thing. I'll start off with this. Blade Genie. I guess I'll attack now. Why not? Hopefully it's not wrong. I just followed up with more genies. Hopefully we just genie them out. Legion Warboss. Block. So they don't have, I guess they don't have Chain Whirler, or they're just they might be holding on to the Chain Whirler. I feel like they have Chain Whirler. I'll just attack in the air with my genies. Now we'll leave Stormtamer on the ground to maybe make a chump block or something. So Silvergill Adept looking a little clunky here, but not to our detriment, not yet. What is Mentor? Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. Goblin Instigator. We are not at Embercleave mana yet. We are now. Not bad. Nice life. Hashtag nice life. Attack for 4. Alright, let's see if they can do a bazillion damage. Because I'm threatening lethal next turn. Bazillion? Can you do bazillion? Okay. Okay, so mono red burn, I think we should be heavily favored against. Goblins, I do not think we should be favored against. That was pretty lucky. Maybe I have enough tools in the deck, but I actually do not think that is supposed... Like, that's supposed to be a bad matchup. That's supposed to be a terrible matchup, in my opinion. But we go 4-1. We go 4-1 with Mono Blue Merfolk. They said it couldn't be done. They say a lot of things. So Silvergill Adept looked pretty bad at the end, but I assure you, like, it's fine casting this like way later in the game. It's not that big of a deal, especially against the control decks. You're not so super pressured to get this thing out on turn 2. We saw the power of Wizard's Retort. Wizard's Retort is very good in this deck. We were able to play this for 2 mana against many decks. It's where you want to be. Well, it's where you want to. If you want to go the Merfolk route, I mean, this is what helps you push in that direction. If we were up against more control decks, more combo decks, Silvergill Adept would have shined better. But given our matchups, it wasn't that great. It's probably still good against Burn, not good against the prowess creatures, but still blocks Viashino, Pyromancer, still blocks Lava Runner, all the same, so they have to use removal spell on it. Smuggler's Copter actually looked really, really good. Maybe we should be upping the number of Smuggler's Copters. I don't want it to flood on this, because that's like, having like 4 of these and 4 of these starts to make the deck just have like a bunch of like air. Master of Waves, still the master. Won a million games, still the master. And I hope you were impressed by Siren Stormtamer. That thing is really good. You know one thing I could change? And we'll do it right now. I think we should play with Dispel. I don't know. And it's legal. Can't remember what. It gets reprinted in standard every so often. This would be better against burn, and I think it would be decent. I think it's going to be better against burn. It's going to be better against the Coco decks, I think. Like, maybe it's the only thing we can target. It's going to be... maybe it's not clear. Maybe it's not clear, because I can't bring it in against Marvel, and it doesn't counter Planeswalkers. Okay, how about this? Oops. Let's put in 2 of these. And put in 2 Dispels. And we bring in the Dispel for the matchups we want Dispel. I am less and less thrilled with Rapid Hybridization, I really am. Maybe this is the deck now. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I have some exams to do, so you might not see any more Pioneer content until the exams are done, but hopefully this can whet your appetite until then. We're going to go through Mono Blue Devotion, we're going to go through Blue-White Spirits, we're going to go through Simic Merfolk. Cool tools. We still have all our Merfolk creatures, and we have access to Collected Company, and for all you fans out there of Kumena, Tyrant of Vraska, you better damn sure we're going to be playing it in that deck. So anyway, we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the ManaBase.com and MTG Mastermind for being our sponsors. This is Nikachu playing with Mono Blue Merfolk in Pioneer.